Welcome back. Well, as we know, the likelihood of a head-to-head matchup between Trump and Clinton is only increasing. The two top candidates are trying to differentiate themselves on a key issue, the economy. Trump is promising he can create jobs, and Clinton, well, she's promising to install a close confidant as economy czar, her husband and former president, Bill Clinton. For more on this, Republican strategist Ron Bonjean is a partner at Rock Solutions Public Affairs, and Ben Wickler is the Washington director of MoveOn.org. Welcome to both of you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
So I'm going to start with you, Ben, because Bernie Sanders is actually out in Colorado at this very moment. He's talking to some of his supporters, and we were showing some of that earlier. And there's still so much energy around Bernie Sanders. You can see it live right there. He knows the math does not add up. MoveOn.org has endorsed him by almost 80%.
That's right.
What's going to happen to these supporters, and what does that mean for Hillary Clinton?
You know, the first thing is these voters, a lot of them haven't voted yet. There are millions of Democrats who haven't cast a ballot, and the fact that they have a chance to, express their beliefs and vote their hearts in California and all these other states, I think is a tremendous asset to the party. Because what you see in polls is that Democrats, rather than being divided by this contested primary, they're energized.
Is he hurting Hillary right now?
I think right now, there's a tremendous passion on both sides. There's some tensions. What's going to happen is that people who are now active, who are engaged, who volunteered, knocked on doors, donated money, they're going to unite behind the nominee and power a really tremendous campaign into the fall. This is the moment before the coming together.
Well, Ron, let's talk about this eventual likeliest matchup of Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton. And Fox just put out recent, really interesting polling that for the first time shows Donald Trump beating Hillary Clinton 45-42. What I also found fascinating is he beats her on the top two issues for voters, economy and terrorism. What does that tell you?
Well, it's really fascinating because right now what I consider this is to be peacetime polls. I mean, we have not seen the millions of dollars of negative ads coming out from both sides. You're seeing the skirmishes, but you're seeing a tightening of Republicans falling behind Donald Trump, and you see Hillary Clinton still fighting a two-front war against Bernie Sanders, and that's why I think you see Trump leading the charge. But when those millions of dollars of negative ads come roaring out there against both sides, I think we're going to see a very competitive race.
And it's going to get ugly, and it's going to get personal. Ben, up to this point, Hillary Clinton has really laughed off running against Donald Trump, saying it's just going to be a joke, it's going to almost like it's going to be easy for her. Do you think she's really starting to get nervous here? Because you look at these poll numbers. I mean, this is the reality. This is how voters are feeling. No one knows what's going to happen at this point. Do you think she's getting concerned?
If you talk to her campaign or her advisors, everyone has been saying for a long time that this will be a close election because it's a divided country. And I think what you're seeing with these polls is a wake-up call. The only way that it's not close and that Trump really wins is if Democrats think that it's a cakewalk and they stay home. This is something that everyone needs to get engaged in.
It's all about who comes out
right
to vote.
away. Absolutely right. And I think what you can see here is the danger that Trump's supporters are very passionate. You can hear from them on Twitter very often. The folks who don't want Donald Trump near the nuclear codes need to be getting out, getting involved right now all the way until this fall.
And they need to be excited about whoever they're voting for. Ron, what do you think is going to happen to this Never Trump movement? Because they still haven't died, but you have folks like Mitt Romney, Eric Erickson, people saying we need an independent to come around. But doesn't that only help Hillary Clinton or no?
Well, there is a school of thought out there that a vote against Donald Trump, or not voting at all, is a vote for Hillary Clinton. I do think the most Republicans are going to fall in line behind Donald Trump because after the convention, when we're faced with Hillary Clinton, the reality will set in. Either you're going to support a Republican, even though a volatile one, and we have just watched this phenomenon happen over the past year, or you're going to support Hillary Clinton, which is more of a status quo, which many Republicans think is very unhealthy for this country.
And you were saying before, you're sort of in that weird position like many Republicans, just kind of figuring out what to do here.
If Donald Trump's the nominee, I'm going to support him wholeheartedly. Right now, I'm watching, waiting to see what happens.
Very interesting. This race is just so unpredictable and so fascinating. Well, Ron, Ben, thanks for being with us.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.